Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up for you shortly. But don't forget about that subscribe and bell button down there. And anytime a new episode comes your way, of course, you'll be notified of any new episodes. And leave a comment on the comment section if you'd like. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And feel free to follow us there, comment on the things you see, even send us an inbox. And if you'd like to email us, you can. It's paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist that want to be on the show, send us an email and we'll show you how to do that. But we love fan mail as well, so if you're just simply a fan, just go ahead and email us and we'll get back to you. And all this will be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Temple, Texas, we have Tommy Lee Moffat. We've been trying to get him on the show for a few years now, but we finally got him, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. And before we get to that interview, here's a quick word, as usual, from Galtar, the guitar made specifically for women. So we'll be right back right after this.
Ready in 5.
Darling, when nothing else seems to match up. Galtar, the musical apparel that fits any outfit. Galtar, bringing heaven to earth, one gal at a time. GaltarHeaven.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Temple, Texas today, we have Tommy Lee Moffat. Thanks for joining us, Tommy.
Oh, you're welcome. Finally got here.
Yeah, we've been trying to get Tommy on the show for many years, and it just never worked out. But at least he's here now. So, um, well, first of all, tell us how it all began for you as far as being an artist. I mean, I'm sure you have quite a story on how you became an artist there.
Oh man, that's been a long time. I started playing in clubs when I was 14 years old, and that's been what 50 something years ago. And I started doing just regular club stuff and pop and things like that. You know, like your Masonic lodges and different things.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved on to rock and punk sort of thing.
Mm.
And then I'm from Scotland, so originally, so I went to Glasgow in Scotland, and I found what I said, I'm a really Haggard album in a record store, and I asked who it was, and the guy says, no, it's Merle Haggard. I said, well, what does he do? He was a country singer, songwriter. Said, oh, let me see it. I took it home, I played it, and from that point on, I was country.
Mm.
It was like, forget everything else. So the band was named Hell's Fire, and it went from Hell's Fire to the Blue Ridge Band within 2 weeks, and just went totally country. Ended up touring Europe most of the 80s, picking up a bunch of other, awards and stuff for what we did. We done a lot for the U.S. Navy and Air Force, and in fact, we played the enlistment club one night with the Navy, and the manager put us out, or says we can't come back because what we play and the music makes the patrons too rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
So they told us not to come back. Well, the whole submarine site put in a petition to have us come back. So we ended up coming back and playing every week at this club, but they had the shore patrol at every exit in the building so that everybody would behave themselves. It was a lot of fun. And moved on from there and eventually came to the States, worked in South Carolina, Knoxville, Nashville, through into Texas, Arizona, ended up in California. And I stayed in California for quite a long time and then moved to Texas And so here I am in Temple.
Okay. Well, that's great. I'm glad that you've always enjoyed music, no matter what the genre was, especially.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully, you'll have a few more years ahead of you on in the genre country, anyway.
Oh, hopefully. Ain't dead yet.
I'm sure all the legends come to mind, but who did you listen to when you were growing up, as far as influences go?
Well, as I say, I used to listen to a lot of pop and middle of the road, and then there was the punk era. And as I say, when I found Merle Haggard, it was country.
Hmm.
And so from that point on, I started writing country songs and performing country music, and it just went from there until today. I mean, I'm in my studio right now. I've got a studio here at home. I do a lot of work in there, and but I still have my producer still lives in California, and so I work in here, do the stuff I got to do here as far as recording stuff, and then I send it back to him, and he'll produce it, and he'll master it, and then if it's got the okay from me, we release it. And so far, so good.
Okay, well, those are pretty good ones. Even Earl Haggard, you mentioned. I mean, obviously, he's a great one.
Oh
And,
yeah,
um,
many times. Even I even been to one of his Christmas parties.
oh,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, back in the day, I was invited to his Christmas party,
hmm.
and I met a
I,
bunch.
I met his son Scott once. Scott is a heck of a guy,
Mhm.
I interviewed him for my show a few years back. He looks just like his dad, you know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Ben's doing a hell of a job too, as far as putting his dad's music out there right now. He's also a great guitar player.
Yeah, he's pretty good there. Tell us if after the show, they may want to go get your music and everything. Can you get hard copies still of your songs? Can you download it on streaming media? Where can we follow you on social media?
Yeah, it's all over social media. Anywhere you can get, anything that carries music, Spotify and Amazon and iTunes, all that stuff. It's all on there. And even I've got some, I still have some CDs here. So if somebody wants a CD of a hard copy of it, you can just contact me through Facebook or email or whatever, but mostly through Facebook, and I will send them hard copies. Willingly send them hard copies of the stuff. I've had a lot of radio stations asking for the hard copies.
Okay. All right. Well, go to Tommy Lee Moffat on Facebook and contact him for the CDs, and find him anywhere on the streaming media sites like iTunes, like you said,
Yeah.
and you can find him there. And I know he'd love you for that.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think we're gonna watch this video now. I wish I could go fishing. Is that what the name of the song is?
Yeah. This song was I was working in the studio, and my wife was mad at something. Not me. She was mad at something. So probably one of the dogs, and she was going off on it and going off, and she kept coming in the studio door and telling me this stuff. And I just sat here and I says, God, I wish I could go fishing. And so I ended up writing this song, but it's none of the song pertains to her except for the title.
Okay. Well, it is a great song, and I know everyone out there is going to love it too. And we'll get to that in a second. But I appreciate your time, Tommy, for coming on the show. Come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back sometime.
All right.
Okay. Everybody's going to watch this in just a second, and we'll get to that shortly. But before we do, that's all the time we have for right now, Tommy. And we want to thank you for coming on the show. Come back anytime you want to plug something new, and maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
I appreciate it. And I also appreciate Chris for doing everything he's doing for, the indie artists of all genres. I mean, Chris is amazing. And his whole outfit is doing so much for indie music, really so much.
Yes, of course he's talking about Chris Spear, and
Yeah.
he's been promoting me for some time. Helping me get artists like
Sure.
Tommy. and I appreciate him doing this for me as well.
And he does what he says.
Okay. All right, let's get right to the video. I Wish I Could Go Fishing by Tommy Lee Moffat, and it starts right now.
Just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. She's been living in my house about 6 months or so. All them changes she has made, and she's gotta go. All her rules and regulations that she's enforced. Only one thing I wanna do, and I'm sure that she knows. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. I can't go to the bar and hang out with the boys, hitting all the keys to my favorite outdoor toy. All I got to say, honey-do list, she's having more and more. As soon as that woman turns her back, headed out the door. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. With her at the Walmart, that is not for me. I'd rather have some beers and watch football on TV. Her furnishings and decorations, they're just all wrong. Even my singing Sammy Bass from the wall is gone. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe